Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a little bit of time to slow down and put into practice the things we've learned through Scripture this week. We'll call this our 3-minute practice, or the Coach's Corner on Saturday morning. During the week on our 3-Minute Thoughts, we walk through a chapter in the Bible each day. Then on Saturdays, we take a pause, not to add more information, not to consume more content, but rather to let the Word simmer in our lives, let the Word search us and shape how we actually live it out. This is our coaching moment, a chance to ask where Jesus might be inviting us into something deeper. So let's step into today's 3-Minute Practice podcast. This week, we walked through Matthew chapters 23 through 27. And for those of you who remember, we've done 27 twice because I messed up the timing. But you got double the content on 27. In these chapters, we see how Jesus confronts religious hypocrisy. He weeps over Jerusalem. He speaks about the end and staying watchful. He shares the Last Supper with his friends, prays in the garden, and is betrayed, tried, beaten, and crucified. It's a pretty intense stretch of Scripture. And running through all of it is a simple, piercing contrast. The contrast between religious performance and real devotion, self-protection and surrender, watching from a distance or getting dirty in the middle of it, staying close. Peter swears loyalty and then denies Jesus. The disciples fall asleep when Jesus asks them to pray. Pilate knows what is right and yet still washes his hands. Crowds shift quickly, and it quietly raises a question for us. So here's our practice question for today. Jesus says in Matthew 26, "Watch and pray that you may not enter into temptation." Here's the question we should wrestle with. Where have I been following Jesus at a distance instead of staying close? Not walking away, just drifting, lazily floating down that river, becoming complacent or overly comfortable in my own life and taking my faith for granted. Where have I relied on habit instead of hunger? Just going through the motions instead of paying close attention, keeping faith comfortable instead of costly. Here's a practice for you to engage in today, or maybe in the next couple days. Name one place where your devotion has grown a little thin. Then do one intentional thing today to draw near again. Maybe slow down to pray instead of scrolling, or open Scripture instead of consuming more content someplace else. Maybe confessing something that you've kept hidden. Maybe it's choosing obedience when it would be easier to just blend in. Hey, the cross reminds us that Jesus did not keep his distance from us. So today, don't keep your distance from him. Stay close. Be well, friends.